What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You'll have to forgive me if I look a little weird right at this moment. I guess it's a lot brighter. I'm looking at myself on the camera right there, and clearly I don't need the fucking light from the camera. Let's see what the light looks like. Is that better? Yeah, a little bit. So I got a brand new monitor for Christmas. It is 49 inches of glorious, graphically beautiful ingenuity. Absolutely adore it. But it's become my main screen. With it becoming my main screen, I'm a little bit off. My last setup, I had smaller screens. My webcam was a little bit further away from me than what it is now. I got to get a new desk and everything to get it a little bit further away so I'm not right up here. So, with all that being said, we're going to look at Cody Rhodes, finish the story today. I absolutely adore Cody. As you can see, I got his gear during this last event. I've been holding off on doing a Cody video for a little while now because I wanted him to be perfect by the time I was able to do this video. And are we there yet? No, not really. 75% comfort level when it comes to Cody because I noticed a new build today. So what we're going to do is we're going to analyze that first build. I'm going to throw the trainers on there and everything. We're going to see what it does. And then we're going to go to his submission setup. And then we're going to go to his creme de la creme build that this gear benefits and honestly makes me happy as hell to run. But I like knowing that there's alternatives, especially for trainer conflicts. Yes, I do have affiliation belts on a majority of the trainers that he utilizes, but I'm also in a bind as come feud time. I have quite a few cards that run yellow. So I got to balance that out a little bit, but I wanted to see what this does today. So today we're going to start off with the Snap Scoop Power Slam, which is going to deal 298,000 damage and choose 4 columns to make into immobile gems. Excuse me. That sleeper hold should not be there. We're going to go with the Alabama Slam instead of the sleeper hold. Because what I'd like to do is every feud, I like to go in with class advantage. The only time I don't really go for class advantage is if I see a card that I know has a stun lock, immediate one-shot kill, stuff like that. Those ones I like to take in my turn ones. But if I got class advantage across the board, I've got a comfort level, everything's fine. So, with all of that being said, we're going to do the Scoops Power Slam into the Alabama Slam. And that's going to make 30 immobile gems into green gems. The reason why I said I like going class advantage is because of the hardcore. If your opponent's class is Powerhouse, first increase your green gem damage by 75% for 1 turn. Extremely beneficial in my opinion. He is a tech, so obviously his green gems are going to be far more powerful. They're going to be the strongest out of them all. And with that 75% increase, it could offer for, quite a bit of shenanigans. That's going to lead us into the Gale Lock. The color submission, choose 8 gems to make into blue gems, aka recycle, and do 321,600 damage for 4 turns. Remaining submission gems turn into immobile gems, so that does kind of feed into this as well. It says 30 immobile gems, you're only making 21, so having a couple of these extra really is not a bad thing. For trainers, for right now, since he's only 6-star bronze, we're going to go with just 1 MP charge. And that's going to be with Lawler here. For the gem damage, however, so normally what I would like to do is see something a little bit different here in regards to gem strength, but unfortunately, blue gems, it's green gem. So I guess moving forward, Trick Dom would be very good for the Gale Lock. Getting an additional 40% more damage off those blue gems could be very beneficial to an extent. You're getting the blue charge from here to make sure these are turn 1 ready to go. And then you got the blue gems going for color submission. I guess would be ideal at 6-star silver. Solely my opinion. But again, this is my unfamiliar build. Let's just put it that way. So for this, we're going to go with our Old Faithful down here. Where are you at, big boy? Right there, Booka. And then over here for the coaches, we are going to stick with our flat gems. We're going to go with Liv, obviously, for that immobile gem damage. And then we're going to go with Luger for the 12K. I'll break it off a taker. So this is what I feel would be the most comfort. Obviously, Booker T switching out for 2 MP because it is a 7, so you want it at 6 for feuds. Unless the line bonus says otherwise. There is certain line bonuses, like the last one we had for Flash View, they gave +1 to all moves on the middle tier, gave +1 to yellow moves on the bottom tier. So moving forward, if there is a plus, you really don't need to worry about having Trick Dom here. But let's just see what happens with it. For his belt, clearly this plate's not going to work. This is going for a coup de grace build. But I slapped on the all color. Obviously, we're going full Fury 2, because why not? But I put in the all move damage percentile increase solely because of the fact I'm going through multiple builds today. After I'm done with all those builds, I'll be switching it to the yellow for the coup de grace build and leaving it there as such. But 53% shouldn't be a problem. This is going to get increased, obviously, to full cap for how much? 35% increase. So that'll eventually get up to 35%. Cody is replacing Sammy on my feud rosters for modern tech. Sammy is amazing. I love Sammy. He's full takedown right now. He does 10 million damage off his finisher. It's magical. However, he's not turn 1, and I need turn 1 for feuds. I've been jonesing for all turn 1s for feuds. Since the changes to the perks, obviously we're going to fight Walter today for this hardcore. But since the changes to the perks, I have been jonesing for turn 1s. I got a couple, but not a full lineup, and I need a full lineup because, well, I'm very competitive. So we're going to start this off clean, crisp, and ready to go. So we're going to go here, 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 and here. Since we're making all of these green, we're going to break these 3 and these 3, so we're adding 6 to the equation. We're going to increase this damage. 13 million health is beautiful, but let's see how far it shrinks it down. 5 mil just off of that. Not bad. So ultimately, what I think I would switch out, it's 5 mil. 5 mil will get dropped down to probably about 3 or 4. I would most likely like to switch out the trainers for MP reduction, come feud time. The reason for that is I like chaos, but if I was going to go this build, I would for sure go with MP reduction just to make sure that the person that I am fighting just hates life a little bit more. Did we spread that out properly? Not really, but this is, video purposes. Obviously, we're going to want to spread out the submissions around to add those immobile gems. But since we got the immobile gem down here, which is fine, we'll go click, 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 click. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 5 with that one. And this should make him sit down and not get back up. This build is strong. I like this build. I think it is very situational. I believe if you're going to run this build because of your trainer conflicts, I don't think it would hurt you very much. I guarantee you it's not turn 1. But hey, it does its work. It's a good sweeper move set, let's put it that way, with a little bit of control from that submission. So I'm really not too upset about that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to his triple submission, which I believe it to be good. I just don't believe it to be extraordinary. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I just don't think it's extraordinary. But this could change it for me. Who knows? So what we're going to do here is this is a 6 charge. So come feud time, if you want to switch it over and throw on a Steiner here for more increase across that, by all means, be my guest. But really, you don't necessarily have to have that. What I would, it's going to be 100%. So yeah, it would be good to have that, hindsight being 2020. What we're going to do instead is we're going to go with Ali here. Then we're going to go with, where are you? Logan Paul there. And since we got 2 green moves, we're going to be going, you know what? I want his finisher to do a lot more. We're already looking at 1 million a tick. Let's make it far greater. So where are you at? Did I bypass you? There you are. Bruno Sammartino entering the chat. Okay, so right now we're going to go through everything that this is because it's a lot to take in. We got our sleeper hold, which we're going to start with. choose 8 gems to make into green gems. We're now doing 726,000 for 3 turns, so 2.1 mil, maybe a little bit higher. First off, just off the rip. We're going to go into the figure 4 leg lock. I realize that's the finisher, but this is the rotation that we need to have to do the most amount, or the highest amount of damage possible. We're going to generate 15 random gems and do 1.3 million for 5 turns. So between the sleeper hold and the figure 4 leg lock, we are looking at 6.5. We're looking at almost 8 mil damage between the 2 subs. And then that'll lead us into the Gale lock if we haven't already finished them off because you're using this as a sweeper. The Gale lock, choose 8 gems to make into blue gems. We're going to be doing 852,000 for 5 turns. So 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. So 4 mil, 6 mil total, roughly, somewhere around there. We're doing a lot of damage with the Gale lock. Basically, by the time you get to the Gale lock, they should be done. You're going 1, 2, 3. 3 turn win. That's just how we're looking at this. And our belt really does not apply too much. I guess the Fury 2 is helping with the gems. So that's a positive. So we're going to convert gems into green gems. We're going to go click, 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 click. Go there. Do as much damage as possible off the rip. And just kind of let it go. So what I like to do with these color submissions and everything, I like to put them in the corners. I like to keep them away from line breaks, keep them in the corners, do everything that we need to do to make sure that they don't break them. Now, cascades do happen. It is a problem, but, you know, we kind of cross those bridges as we go. So we're already looking at him being depleted out. This is making blue, so we're going to go here and here because of the multiply gem. I don't see any other multiply gems anywhere else on greens, so that's not extraordinary. So we'll go just here just for shits and giggles. Put that there, put that there. Get them out of the way. We didn't need more than that. That's basically everything that we needed. We broke quite a bit of those. He should be finished. Should. Hopes and dreams. Yep, done. By the time you're done with the 3rd submission, they're finished. If they're not done, just hit the finisher again and just do massive overkill. Seems to be the solution in regards to those problems. Now, for the creme de la creme. This is my go-to build. This is what I believe everyone should go to. It is his strongest build. Even if you don't have the gear, it is still the strongest build. So, let's get into it. Drop down punch. You're going to do 136,259 damage and choose a 7x1 area to make into 1-turn countdown gems. That will deal 134,000 damage and modify a 1x3 random area into multiplied gems of strength, or multiplied gems of strength 7. I don't like that wording. This is both a big positive and a big con. The reason why I say all of this is the positive is it goes a 1x3 area, where other cards like Delo are one card or one gem individually spread all the way out. These are guaranteeing at least 3 breaks on each one. The con that comes with this is the same problem that KO has. KO, Walter, or hell, even Delo on some occasions, any of them that generate, when they generate, they have a potential to stack on each other. So instead of 7 random 1x3 areas, you're getting 5, 4, sometimes it's 3, but it's very, very rare. It is a possibility, though, that these do stack. So don't be expecting to have 21 multiply gems every single time. They do stack every once in a while. I did have one during feud that there was only 5 of them out there, so 15 in total. Still did the damage, but you can see the difference on the power when they stack versus when they don't stack. Crossroads. We're going to do 160,456 damage and choose 6 gems to make into green gems. This is what's going to help us trigger this to go off turn 1. Cody Cutter is where our main damage comes from. 161,529 and make 24 multiplied gems into yellow gems. That's where the big kicker hits. So we're going to switch out our trainers like we always do. We're going to go with Kofi. We're going to go with Matt. And then we're going to go... Oh, nope. Nope. We don't want Luger for this one. We want Take. And after Take, you can go with Santa Hogan if you choose to. I choose to go with Memrock. That's because he's a part of my arsenal. He's there. You can see my new glorious card, LA Knight. Once he goes silver and I get that move damage percentage freaking slot unlocked, I'm making my video on him. I do not want to make the video for LA Knight before I have his belt completely set up. I have to know his damage. And come that time, I also need the plates to be unlocked because I'm going to be switching out some plates all at once. So basically my plate resources are going to be basically cut in half by the time I'm done with his video. So stay tuned for that one. And there's that. So let's go in and abuse Walter turn 1. Oh, this is where the Triple H plate comes in. I completely spaced that one. Triple H plate is when you break 4 or more green gems, increase your yellow gem damage by 100% for 2 turns. My belt, I forgot to say this at the beginning too, is 100% gem damage belt. He is primarily set up for just pure outright fuckery, and I love it. So we're going to go here with that. I'm not seeing a viable place up top here where I can get away with doing it without a whole bunch of problems. So we're going to go here, here, and here. You want to make up your gems like this. Ah, crap, that's going to break. This could be a possible cascade. If it's a possible cascade, we could be in some trouble. So let's hope for the best. Fantastic. So I learned this from one of my buddies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So see, that's what I said before, is they stack. There's not 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they did stack. Now let's watch his health bar go bye-bye. 12 mil, done. Need I say more? The fact that I held off on taking Cody to 6-star silver for so long bothers me a little bit with this sort of damage. But Tech Sammy paid off in a boss battle, and I'm okay with it. So this right here concludes our analysis of Cody Rhodes. Finish the story. Obviously top tier. We all already knew that. He's been out for a while. The gear made him better. Hitting 12 mil at 6-star bronze on turn 1. You can't ask for more than that. If you don't have Matt, you can switch him out for 12, or you can switch that out. What I normally do, this is for feuds. it still hit about in between 10 and 13 mil, depending on stacking during this last feud. But, excuse me. What you can do is switch out Matt Hardy for John Cena, the Showboat Cena. Let's see here. I want previous because he was previously on him. Where you at? Oh, I guess he wasn't. I guess I threw Oscar on there. Oh, that's right, because I had him on Mutant Seth. Where you at, Punk? Right there. So Cena gives yellow moves 2 more move points, which is great. Gets those to start off turn 1. And the extra 45% damage does help drastically. Mainly helps at 6-star silver a lot more than it helps at 6-star bronze, but it does help. It gets it off turn 1, which is what we ideally want. If you want to do shenanigans with him, which is what I plan on doing after he's 6-star silver, I take off Hall of Fame Taker and Memrock because I have the gear already. So it's gonna take his damage down just a little bit, but I plan on putting MP reduction right here. So that way he is turn 1 for me every single time. But, okay, so this is what I want to do with him. I want to do MP reduction there, but I want to do with him what I did with D'Lo. I'm going to take the Judgment Day plate off of D'Lo and put it on Cody. So that way the MP reduction already sets in for feud. When they swipe to charge up their moves and they're like, oh, this sucks, then Cody's going to come in, do the countdown gems, and have the Judgment Day plate trigger to reduce their MP again. So that way he goes off. I do the same thing with KO. Cody Rhodes and KO are basically my MP reduction. So if you ever see me in feud and those two are part of my roster or part of my lineup, just be warned and know that you have to go in with props. But with all that being said, I am going to leave you guys the same way I always leave you. Life can be fun if you allow it to be. We'll see you in the next video.